welcome to ARA's Book Report. Today's book report is on Call It Courage by Armstrong Sperry. It did win the Newbery Medal. Newbery Medal is given for the most distinguished contribution to American literature for children, so it is considered a very well-written book. It is an adventure book. It is worth 3 AR points, and it is 92 pages. I consider this book to be a hard read. It is a very good story, but you have to think about what is happening and how it relates to the story. His adventures and self-preservation skills are novel to most readers. The story takes place on Haikura, a Polynesian island off the west coast of Australia in the southern seas in ancient times. The Polynesian island chain is made up of over 1,000 islands. Living on the island, the people rely on and live on the sea. The tribe we're talking about also happens to worship courage and bravery. The main and mostly solo character is a young boy named Mafatu. He is the son of the great chief. Mafatu is terrified of the sea. Living on an island, he's surrounded by it, and this causes great difficulty. Mafatu's mother had died during a storm at sea, saving him. This memory makes him afraid every time he goes fishing or is near the water. Being the son of the great chief, Mafatu is embarrassed and ashamed by his cowardness. Mafatu decides he needs to prove his courage, so he takes off at night in his small canoe. While on the ocean, a storm arises and huge waves crash Mafatu in his canoe, nearly capsizing him. He is scared to death. This is Mafatu's first encounter with conquering his fears. He spies land on the horizon, but this island looks different than his. It is not flat. It has valleys and peaks, and it is full of green trees. Mafatu lands on this new island and climbs to the top of a plateau to see the entire island. He notices smoke in the distance and wonders, is this the island of the eaters of men, like his grandfather had told him about? Mafatu has many adventurous experiences while developing skills he never knew he had, all while battling to stay alive. I love this book. For me, it took reading about the first 15 pages before I had fallen into the story enough and understood what was happening to really enjoy Mafatu's adventures. Initially, it was a little bit difficult to follow Mafatu's thought processes, but once he landed on the island of eaters of men, I was totally into the story. There are 2 extra credit questions with this book report. The first one is about the word courage. What is courage's Latin root, and what does that root mean? Again, the first question is, what is courage's Latin root, and what does that root mean? And the second question is, give me 2 real-world examples that demonstrate the Latin definition of courage. Good luck.